Right now, before you move, before you scroll, before you decide this is just another speech, I want you to listen. Because there will come a moment in your life, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe years from now, when everything feels heavy, when your strength feels gone, when your mind tells you to quit. And in that moment, what you choose to remember will decide everything, not your past, not your excuses, not your fears. What you remember is this: you are stronger than this moment, and staying strong is not optional, it is who you are. Staying strong does not mean you never feel pain. It does not mean you never break, never doubt, never fall. Staying strong means you feel it all, and you rise anyway. It means when life knocks the breath out of you, when it strips away comfort and certainty, you refuse to let it steal your identity. Because strength is not built when life is easy. Strength is forged in the moments when quitting feels reasonable, when giving up feels justified, when no one would blame you for walking away. And yet you don't. There will be days when your body is tired, but that is not the real battle. There will be days when circumstances are unfair, but that is not the real battle. The real battle happens in the 6 inches between your ears. The moment when your mind whispers, "Enough, stop, this is too much." That whisper has ended more dreams than failure ever could. And the people who win in life are not the ones with the least problems. They are the ones who decide, again and again, I will stay strong no matter what this moment looks like. Staying strong means you stop negotiating with weakness. You stop asking, do I feel like it? You stop waiting for motivation to show up and rescue you. Motivation is unreliable. Emotion is unpredictable. But commitment, that is unbreakable. Staying strong means you move forward even when your emotions are screaming in the opposite direction. You train yourself to act in alignment with who you want to become, not how you feel right now. Understand this clearly: life will test you, not once, not twice, over and over again. It will test your patience, your discipline, your faith in yourself. It will put obstacles in your path that make no sense. It will introduce delays that feel cruel. And it will ask you a single question in 1,000 different ways: are you strong enough to continue? And every time you choose to stand, every time you choose to breathe and move forward, you answer that question with action. Staying strong also means you accept responsibility, not blame, responsibility. You stop pointing at the past, at people, at circumstances, and you say, this is my life, and I decide what happens next. That decision alone gives you power. Power over your habits, power over your standards, power over what you tolerate and what you refuse to accept anymore. When you raise your standards, your strength rises with them. There will be moments when you feel alone, when it feels like no one sees your effort, no one understands your struggle. But strength is not built in applause, it is built in silence, in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the unseen choices. Staying strong means you keep going even when there is no immediate reward, because you understand that every disciplined action deposits confidence into your future. You must also understand this truth: pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Staying strong means choosing the pain that builds you instead of the pain that breaks you. It means understanding that discomfort is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that growth is happening. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Character doesn't grow without challenge. Strength doesn't grow without pressure. And yes, you will fail sometimes. Staying strong does not mean you avoid failure. It means you refuse to let failure define you. You fall, you learn, you adapt, you rise stronger. You do not sit in shame. You do not live in regret. You use every setback as fuel. Every mistake becomes instruction. Every loss becomes a lesson. That is the mindset of someone who stays strong always. Your environment matters. The voices you listen to matter. The stories you tell yourself matter. If you surround yourself with negativity, weakness becomes normal. If you repeat limiting beliefs, they become your prison. Staying strong means guarding your mind like your life depends on it. Because it does. You choose thoughts that empower you. You speak to yourself with respect. You remind yourself daily of what you've already survived. Strength is also about patience, about understanding that progress is not always loud or fast. Sometimes strength looks like consistency, like showing up when nothing exciting happens, like trusting the process when results are invisible. Staying strong means you don't quit just because the reward hasn't arrived yet. You stay in the game long enough for life to catch up to your effort. There will be times when your heart feels heavy, when loss leaves a mark, when disappointment cuts deep. Staying strong does not mean you deny those feelings. It means you feel them fully, and then you choose not to live there. You grieve, you heal, you grow. You do not let temporary pain steal permanent potential. At some point, you must realize that no one is coming to save you. And that realization is not scary, it is empowering. Because when you stop waiting for rescue, you step into your strength. You become the person you've been waiting for. Staying strong means becoming self-reliant, disciplined, grounded. It means building an inner foundation so solid that chaos cannot shake it. Strength is built in daily choices. What you do when the alarm goes off, what you eat, what you focus on, what you tolerate. Staying strong is not a single decision, it is a lifestyle, a pattern, a standard you refuse to lower even when life tries to bargain with you. Remember this? You have survived every hard day you've ever faced, every storm, every breakdown, every moment you thought you couldn't continue. And yet you did. That means strength is already inside you. Staying strong always is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you already are and refusing to abandon that person when life gets hard. So when the pressure rises, you rise with it. When fear speaks, you act anyway. When doubt shows up, you remind yourself of your purpose. You do not run. You do not hide. You stand firm. Because staying strong is not about never falling. It is about always standing back up with more clarity, more courage, and more determination than before. And one day, you will look back at the moments that almost broke you and realize they were the moments that built you. You stayed strong when it mattered. You didn't quit when it was hardest. You chose growth over comfort, courage over fear, commitment over emotion. And that choice, made again and again, is what separates those who merely exist from those who truly live. Stay strong always, not because life is easy, but because you are capable of more than you've ever imagined. Staying strong also means learning how to stand still without giving up. There will be moments when progress feels invisible, when effort seems wasted, when days blur together and you wonder if anything you're doing actually matters. This is where most people lose their power, not because they failed, but because they got tired of waiting. Staying strong means trusting that just because you can't see results yet doesn't mean they're not forming beneath the surface. Roots grow in darkness before anything breaks through the ground, and the strongest trees are the ones that spent the longest time unseen. You are not weak because you feel overwhelmed. You are human. But strength begins the moment you refuse to let overwhelm control your actions. You learn to slow your breathing, steady your thoughts, and remind yourself that panic is temporary, but decisions made in panic can last a lifetime. Staying strong means responding instead of reacting. It means choosing clarity over chaos, purpose over impulse, and long-term vision over short-term relief. There will be moments when your past tries to pull you backward. Old habits, old fears, old versions of yourself that whisper, "This is all you are." Staying strong means you cut ties with identities that no longer serve you. You stop defining yourself by who you were at your worst and start defining yourself by who you are becoming at your best. Growth demands separation, and strength is often lonely before it becomes powerful. Staying strong also means learning how to forgive yourself most of all. You will make decisions you regret. You will miss opportunities. You will say things you wish you could take back. But carrying guilt does not make you stronger. It makes you heavier. Strength comes from accountability followed by release. You learn the lesson, correct the behavior, and move forward without dragging the past behind you like chains. Life will pressure you to lower your standards, to accept less, to settle for comfort instead of fulfillment. Staying strong means you refuse. You refuse to accept relationships that drain you, environments that shrink you, and routines that numb you. You understand that peace does not come from avoiding challenges, it comes from knowing you can handle them. And that knowledge is built through repeated proof that you don't quit when things get uncomfortable. You begin to realize that strength is quiet confidence. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need permission. It doesn't announce itself. It shows up consistently, day after day, doing the work whether anyone notices or not. Staying strong means you stop chasing approval and start chasing alignment. You act in ways that make you respect yourself, even when no one is watching. There will be days when discipline feels heavy, when routines feel restrictive, when structure feels boring. But staying strong means you understand that freedom is built through discipline, not the absence of it. The stronger your habits, the fewer decisions drain your energy. The fewer excuses control your life. Discipline is not punishment, it is protection. Protection from becoming the version of yourself you promised you would never be again. Staying strong also means learning how to rest without quitting. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to recover. You are allowed to breathe. But you are not allowed to abandon yourself. Rest is a strategy. Quitting is surrender. Strength is knowing the difference. You recharge so you can continue, not so you can escape responsibility. As you grow stronger, you will notice something powerful. Problems that once terrified you begin to feel manageable. Challenges that once broke you now sharpen you. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Staying strong changes your relationship with adversity. You stop seeing it as an enemy and start seeing it as training. Every challenge becomes preparation for a bigger version of you. You also learn that strength multiplies when shared correctly. Not with those who complain, but with those who commit. You surround yourself with people who value growth, accountability, and action. You stop explaining your vision to people committed to misunderstanding it. Staying strong means protecting your energy and investing it where it grows. There will be moments when fear feels louder than logic, when the risk feels bigger than the reward. Staying strong means you move forward anyway, not recklessly, but courageously. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is action in spite of it. Every time you face fear without running, you teach your nervous system that you are capable. That lesson compounds. Strength also shows up in how you speak. The words you use shape your identity. When you constantly say, "I can't," your brain believes it. Staying strong means changing the language you use with yourself. You replace "I can't" with "I'm learning." You replace "it's too hard" with "this will make me stronger." Your words become commands and your mind follows. You begin to understand that staying strong is not about winning every battle, it's about refusing to lose the war within yourself. Some days you win big. Other days you simply survive. Both count. Survival is strength in its rawest form, showing up when you're exhausted, choosing integrity when shortcuts tempt you, continuing when stopping would be easier. And as time passes, you realize something profound. The storms didn't destroy you. They revealed you. They showed you what you're made of. They stripped away illusions and left behind resilience. Staying strong means honoring that resilience by not wasting it. You didn't come this far to quit now. You didn't endure everything you endured just to settle. Eventually, you stop asking life to be fair and start asking yourself to be stronger. That shift changes everything. You stop resisting reality and start mastering your response to it. You understand that control is not about circumstances. It's about choices. Staying strong means choosing your response even when you can't choose the situation. There will come a moment when someone looks at you and says, "I don't know how you did it." And you'll know the truth. You did it by staying strong on the days no one saw, on the nights you doubted yourself, in the moments you wanted to quit but didn't. Strength was built quietly, patiently, relentlessly. And now, as you stand where you are today, hear this clearly. Staying strong is not something you do once. It is something you choose every single day. You choose it when you wake up. You choose it when life tests you. You choose it when no one is clapping, no one is helping, and no one would blame you for stopping. So make the choice now. Not tomorrow. Not when things get easier. Now. Decide that no matter what comes, you will stay strong. You will adapt. You will rise. You will grow. You will keep moving forward with courage in your heart and discipline in your actions. Because staying strong always is not about surviving life. It is about becoming unstoppable within it.